Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. A real pleasure to have you here with us in beautiful Marrakech. How does it feel to be back here? And particularly, I know just this afternoon you've been speaking on a panel. What was it like to be there with those other filmmakers having this really incredibly rich discussion?
Yeah, it was very exciting to be back here and to share our experience because we participate to the Atelier Atlas in 2019, and last year we won the jury prize in competition. So we received a lot from Marrakech Film Festival, so it was a big honor to be back here and to share our experience with young filmmakers and with the audience and with students, and to explain to them how we went from just an idea in the Atelier Atlas, and after a few years coming back with a film and winning an award. So it was a pleasure to share our experience, our mistake, what worked, what doesn't work. So it was a big honor to be back.
And why do you think the Marrakech Film Festival is so important? I guess as being a site of cultural exchange, bringing filmmakers from the US, Europe, Canada, all to be in one place at one time, and also exposing those people to film from the MENA region, and of course, as you said, through the Atlas workshops, really nurturing the next generation of filmmakers. So what really makes it a special festival?
No, I think it's a big chance for Morocco to have this kind of festival, because for our experience in the Atlas workshop, it was the first time we shared the script, the project, and we met very, very experienced professionals from all over the world, co-producers, sellers, distributors, and script writers, and we had very, very good advice. So it was a big chance, because I don't think to have this in Morocco, in our country, with a Moroccan film. And every year there is people from all over the world who come to Marrakech and to share with us their experience and their rich career. So it's very important for the Moroccan and for all the Africa and MENA region to have this kind of festival here in Morocco.
And can you recall when you were doing the Atlas workshops, were there any filmmakers that sort of passed by? Was there any key piece of advice that you found very helpful that you might want to pass on to younger generation?
It was important because we had the market view on our project, because when you write with your producer, you are dreaming about your film, but you come to Marrakech and you have a very experienced people, and he said, okay, the market will need that. You have to put this point is important. You have to communicate about this point, and things we don't think about when we are in the writing process, dreaming about the film. So it was very important to have this market. Also, the festival directors, and you said you have to be more clear about this point, and they said yes, okay, he's right. And for me, it was the most important thing to have these opinions from very experienced people, and that's what now I can try to share when I read a project, or when I have questions from a young filmmaker, is to see. I know when you are in the beginning of the writing process, it's very it's not very clear, and to have a clear opinion can be very useful, and it can take months to realize by yourself, but you can just have one word from someone, and said, okay, it's obvious, I need to go on this direction. So it's all the purpose of these meetings.
I think, like Ishmael, you also spent, a pivotal moment for you was moving to France, moving to Paris, and I guess being exposed to all different kinds of cinema. I think you particularly mentioned Ingmar Bergman in the past. So how would you say your own career, your own filmmaking has been influenced by other filmmakers, and what's really inspired you?
You said Bergman's film. When I discovered the first Bergman film, I said, okay, cinema can be this, because it can be this powerful, it can be like this. And after I discovered the Italian neorealism, and I said, okay, this is more, it was closer from my country, my culture. The Rome in the 60s is like Casablanca now, and then you discover discover another, the new Hollywood in the 70s. You said, okay, this energy is interesting. So all these influences, you have to welcome it. But after when you make your film in your own country, you have to find your own voice, because you can just imitate something and just okay, I'm trying to do an American thriller, but in Casablanca. No, it's not the point. You have to find your own voice and to be authentic and sincere, to welcome the influence, but to find the right way to speak about your country and your culture, and that's all the point about this.
As you mentioned, for Hounds, you had the jury prize here, but also in Cannes in your section. Why did you want to make that film specifically? And I was wondering if you started with the setting, if you started with the characters, did you start with the kind of the genre? What was the starting point for you?
No, the start was my previous short film, The Man with the Dog. It was also one night in Casablanca. It was a nightmare journey through the Casablanca's underworld. And during the preparation of the film, when we were looking for location, we discovered, for people who saw the film, the oven in the end of the film. It was this location, and the man we met and who said us, you can do whatever you want here, just give me the money. I had the idea of the end of the film, and all the start of the writing of the film was this end. Okay, two guys finishing their night here in this nightmare, and so that was the idea, and all the preparation of my previous short film, the casting. I heard a lot of story, because when you work with non-professional actors, you have to listen to them to see their experiences, their what they are, what they live, and all this is a big inspiration for making this film. And the desire for this film was coming from all my previous work, and specifically the previous shorts. Yeah.
And I understand, working with non-professional actors, quite a lot of improvisation, and like you say, kind of going in the underbelly of Casablanca. So what are some of your memories of making the film? It must have been quite the experience.
Yeah, sure. And it was a night, 6 weeks of shooting, all the night. So at the end of the shooting, it was like a fever dream, because the crew was tired, and we shot with a very documentary approach. So there was something unexpected, and we have to welcome the accidents. The reality was sometimes more interesting than the fiction. So it was a very powerful shooting, and very intense and very instinctive. Every day something new happens, something that I didn't write the film like we see the result, because we used all the accidents, all the reality of Casablanca by night. So it was very intense, but very exciting too, because it was we discovered things every day.
And can you quickly tell us what you're going to work on next? And also another point that Ishmael made is that, perhaps there's a perception that, cinema from this region, it's got to be kind of like, social realism, or, the fact that you're kind of leaning into genre, whether it's Scorsese's Goodfellas or Tarantino, is that something that really excites you and you feel like it's good to push for, and not be boxed in?
Yeah, I think it's important to try new way of filming, because in Morocco we have a very exciting social reality. There is a lot of when you walk on the street, you have very strong faces, very strong story. When you met, I met my actors in the street, and so it's very exciting. And the genre can be very useful to find the Moroccan audience and the international audience, and to to propose something new, because we saw a lot of very social film, and I think the new generation of Moroccan filmmakers are trying to propose a new approach. So it's very, very exciting to be part of this and to discover all these new films. Yeah.
And in one sentence, your next project, do you know yet or not?
It's Romeo and Juliet, but in Morocco countryside. So very tragic. It's the same method I work with non-professional actors. It's story that really occurs. So I starting from a real thing, and I try to make a fiction from this material. So
But contemporary set or period?
contemporary set, yeah.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, me too.
Best of luck. Thanks so much for sharing all that with me.